So I was going back and forth trying to decide if I, um, you know, make the office all nice and provide I don't know, a fancy looking background and whatnot. We'll see. We might get there, but ultimately, what I'm trying to do is just provide some behind the scenes on what it's like building a startup for those that are curious about it, wanting to learn about it. For those in my audience that are our current customers and people thinking about being our customers, like this is the reality of it. Um, so I started this company just over a year ago. Um, we've got let's see, we've got three executives, myself included. We've got um, one director and a couple analysts. Bringing on another one next week. We've got one full-time engineer and a few part-time engineers, and then we're working with a design agency. So all in all, we've got 3, 4, 7, 8. So we've got 8 full-time, and then 4 part-time right now. So just over a year. So, that feels pretty good. Um, we yeah. So over our first year, we did. It's I'm still getting used to speaking in front of the camera. So over our first year, we did just over 270,000 in revenue. We're on track for the second year to do about 500,000. But it's all really just laying the groundwork for this software that we're creating right now. So all of that revenue that I just mentioned is just direct servicing. So we set it up as a real estate consulting company. We provide on-demand analyst and asset advisory services in the real estate investment industry. So yeah, that 250 or 270 for the first year, and then 500 going into the next year. That's just kind of that direct servicing line. The software line that we're working on right now, it's called CoreCast. You can go check it out. It's corecastre.com. It essentially takes a lot of what we've been doing on the direct servicing side and puts it into a software environment, and automates a lot of it and brings in even more than what we've been able to provide on the direct services side to date. So really excited about it. You know, it's been a fun process to develop, and really fun to develop it for real estate investment companies and brokers and lenders. We've got companies in there ranging all the way from just owning a couple single family homes all the way up to multi-billion-dollar public REITs, family offices, um, yeah, lots of different profiles in there. So it's been good to build it for them. So there's 43 companies in there right now. We're about to go through what I'll call our beta phase now. We've been in our alpha phase for a couple months and about to go into beta now. So we'll have cradle to grave pipeline tracking. We'll have underwriting for multifamily and commercial real estate. We'll have that for my mind is in a couple different places. Sorry about that. We'll have it for multifamily and commercial acquisitions, for core and value add properties. And for those that don't know what that means, feel free to leave a comment below. Happy to answer any questions. But yeah, essentially, you'll be able to have a pretty seamless underwriting experience. You can upload any documents that you've gotten from a seller or from a broker. Have CoreCast read those documents and prepare a pro forma for you and do deep market research for you. That's the other thing is we'll have millions of data points all across the U.S. On multifamily and retail and office and industrial properties, and then later we'll add in um, hotels and self-storage and mobile home parks and single-family homes, and really the goal is to make it an all-in-one application where you can have deep market intelligence and use that market intelligence to excuse me, produce really solid, quick underwriting, and then push that underwriting into professionally designed reports. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to bring that all to life. More than anything, I'm just grateful that we've gotten to this point. A lot of startups don't make it past the first few months, don't make it past the first year. So it's fun for me that we've been able to build a successful business and use that business to hopefully build an even bigger, more successful business. I really appreciate everybody that's been here along the way, that's supported us, that's been here for us, and supported us both inside and outside of the company. It's been awesome. It's been fun to bootstrap it too. We're not externally funded. We're just funding off of our retained earnings, and it's been good. As the founder, it's been my role and responsibility to make sure that um, that we're heading in the right direction, that we're doing the right things, that we're doing right by our clients and doing right by our employees, and doing right by the industry. And so I'm excited by the progress that we've made so far, and very, very ready to continue the journey. So what's next for us? I think we're like I said, we're in the process of preparing another launch for CoreCast at corecastre.com. And as a part of that launch, you'll be able to access a lot of the features inside of CoreCast for free, which will be awesome. We'll provide some really great free experiences that help out a lot in your workflow. And then, to the extent that you're getting use out of that, out of the free functions that we provide in there, we'd ask you to support the platform and become a paid subscriber. The first group of people that got into the platform when we released the first features a few months ago, they've been just awesome and providing great insights and really driving the product roadmap, and that's been amazing. This next group of people, so those are our alpha people. This next group of people coming in will be our beta people, and you guys are arguably the most important users that we can have, because you'll take us from this small sample size that we've had into sort of a medium sample size. And not only does your financial contribution mean that we have more funding to keep the project going and um, and bring in more designers, bring in more developers, and speed up the application and make it better. But it means that you're a part of transforming the real estate industry. I mean, really high quality underwriting and market data and real estate focused CRMs and construction management software. I mean, all of those things are tens of thousands of dollars, and we're trying to make a lot of that as either free or as affordable as possible. So this next group of people, I mean, you're only coming in at $75 a month and getting access to all of these awesome features, and some of them are still early on, but a lot of them will be very, very powerful, and we're super excited about that. So if you're a real estate owner, an investor, broker, lender, anybody that deals with the ownership or transaction of commercial real estate, we'd ask you to come and join CoreCast and come join the vision. We're, we need the feedback, and obviously the platform only gets better as more people come into it, and put your information in, and learn from other users that are in the platform. Super, super important to us is that people that want to keep their data private inside of the platform. We'll have options for that too. So we'll respect privacy where privacy is wanted, and but you'll get insights inside of the platform that you're not able to get other places. So we're we're ready. We're ready to get it rolling and ready to put this stuff out there. We haven't seen anything like CoreCast before, and that's why we are putting it out there. So we hope that the roadmap that we're setting forth, high quality automated underwriting, high quality automated reports, deep market research, investor key stakeholder focused CRM, um, and then kind of tying all these things together. That's what we're marching forwards towards. So if there's anything else that would be extremely useful in your real estate workflow, let us know. I have a really, really talented team of designers and developers that are working tirelessly on this. So we want to make sure that we're putting forth things that are going to be useful to the industry and that people want to get use out of and obviously pay for. So let us know. Let us know what would be helpful. And you can leave me a comment here. You can email us at info@corecastre.com, or reach out to me individually. I'm always happy to meet with people and talk with people in the industry. But we're getting ready. We're getting ready for that next launch. It'll be coming here most likely towards the end of October. We've got a lot of it built out, but we're still building out some of it and trying to iron out as many bugs as possible before we release it to the broader market. But yeah, we're excited to release it, excited to bring CoreCast to the masses. But getting back to kind of overall vision, where we've been and what we've been working on and what we're about to put forth. I didn't think I was going to build a software when I started the Fractional Analyst just over a year ago. I thought that it was just going to be direct consulting. I thought it was just going to be me. I thought it was going to be, something that would provide a good income for my family. And it did. It provided a great income, but just started to see some of these trends in my clients' workflow that that really necessitated this idea for building CoreCast. So they're the initial people that we're building it around, and then there's been just such a wave of support from the broader market that we just decided we needed to take it as broad as possible. It's an application that we could just restrict to enterprises. We could make it a $10,000 a month kind of application, and it's certainly worth that. But the thing about software is the more people you can reach with it, the better it makes the industry. And then we think there's a bigger market opportunity in bringing it to the masses. So we hope that you guys prove us right. We hope that we deliver something just so amazing that you do your first deal out of CoreCast and it's already a 100x, 1,000x return, because it's so cheap relative to the value that it brings to your workflow. At least that's the hope and plan. I think one of the things that I'm really excited about it is the ability to import historical performance into a property's underwriting and see that directly against the new projections month over month, and just with absolute precision track returns, track real-time IRR, real-time equity multiple, and how all that's trending the closer and closer you get to disposition. At least what we found in our clients' workflow is so often they have really good models for projections for new acquisitions, And then once the assets under management, the projections kind of go out the window, and it's all about the forward budget. And don't get me wrong, we'll have forward budgeting capability in the software because that's what a lot of asset managers are really focused on. But ultimately, it's holistically about how how are my actuals performing against my projections, and how can I learn from that? Not only as a individual in my siloed role, but as an organization, how can we learn from what we projected would happen versus what's actually happening? And you'll be able to surface those insights so fast. That's a lot of what our clients pay us for is to help them surface insights. And to do it manually, which we can, it just takes a while. It takes a couple weeks sometimes. But in CoreCast, you'll be able to upload documents and see those insights surfaced instantly. And so we're really excited about that. I keep going back to CoreCast, and I could talk about it for forever because I'm really excited about it. But ultimately, why do entrepreneurship? Why start a business? I think the real reasons for it are I just have a desire to create, to do something bigger than I was able to do in my corporate roles. And I know lots of you watching this probably feel that and get that. So I hope that what we're delivering with CoreCast, um, I hope that my heart and soul comes through that you're able to see everything that I've poured into it and that my team has poured into it. And hopefully it inspires you to create something. It's fun. It's really fun. And with all of the tools out there nowadays, there's no reason not to. I mean, what we're creating is huge, and it's enterprise level, but there's so many AI coding tools or no coding tools um, or design and development tools out there that anybody can create anything nowadays. Or maybe you like to educate, or maybe you like to um, maybe you like to write. Maybe you like to consult. Maybe you like to operate and you execute really well. There's so many opportunities to make money as an entrepreneur. I just found the thing that I really enjoyed and that I was really good at, which was real estate financial analysis as an analyst and market research. And now we're turning it into a platform. But yeah, I'd be curious if if any of you have ideas that you're kind of bouncing around of different businesses that you want to start, or different business ideas that you've had. Drop a comment. Always really interested in what everybody else is thinking about. And heck, I don't know a ton, but with 8 employees now, and a few part-time contractors and a couple agencies that I'm working with, I've learned a little bit about coordinating and running a small business. So if I have any insight to give, I'm happy to. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a fun journey. So I'm anxious to see how CoreCast does. I'm anxious to see how this whole thing goes. I think it'll go really well. We've got a good newsletter running. We usually run it about once a month or so, where we update our target market on how CoreCast is going, and we get some feedback from them on what they'd like to see. If you'd like to be added to that newsletter, it's corecastre.beehive.com. You can see some of the newsletters that we've put out, and you can subscribe to that newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description. But that's been good. There's about 4,200 people on that newsletter right now. And then we've got, about 16,000 people on LinkedIn that listen to me or listen to one of my co-founders. We've got just over 1,000 followers on our actual LinkedIn company page, CoreCast. You can go follow us there. And then we're obviously starting up this little YouTube channel, so we'll see if this turns into anything. I think we've got about 140 subscribers right here. So we're excited to grow this too. We know that video is a good and important avenue to get into, and so we're trying to figure it out. I'm trying this long form video today and seeing if anything comes of it. But we're just trying everything. That's kind of what entrepreneurship is all about: is trying stuff, breaking stuff, finding what works, finding what doesn't work, and then just keep going. Sometimes you just find something random that hits. So we'll see. We'll see if long form is it or short form is it, or maybe it's some combination. But ultimately, we're doing what we think is best to drive this business vision forward. I've been really excited with how CoreCast has gone so far. I know that um, our earliest adopters that came in our alpha stage, we're so grateful for their support. It's so rare for someone to be able to come into an app that, for a lot of them, it wasn't even built yet, but some of them came in when it was super, super early, and they can see the vision. They can see what we're trying to put together, and they give us feedback here and there. With this next release, our vision will be closer and closer and closer to becoming a reality. So we'd love for anybody that's interested in commercial real estate, or even just interested in supporting entrepreneurship, to go in and sign up. It's still $50 right now, so if you get in before we update the website and update the pricing, then it'll be $50 for you. But the next round, it'll be $75, and uh, that goes a long way. It's crazy how long of a way that goes. I mean, once we hit 1,000 users in the platform, every user is only contributing $50 or $75 a month. Not a lot to somebody else, but to us, that becomes 50 grand a month or 75 grand a month, and that enables me to pay the highest quality engineers and the highest quality designers to really just make the platform awesome. And it enables us to keep costs down across the industry as more and more people come in. So the earlier you support, the earlier this whole thing becomes a reality. And I'll leave this video message with this today. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, just remember to include God in that work. Um, if you're a person of faith, that message is especially for you. And if you're not a person of faith, then give it a try. I have been, just time and time again, he always comes through for me. He God cares about um, he cares about the important things. He cares about the important things for sure, but he cares about the things that are important to us. And that's not to say that this business will or won't succeed, but it is to say that this is something that's important to me and it's important to my family. And if it's his will that this will succeed, then it'll happen. And um, I really believe that. But if he has something better in store for me, then this will be a great learning experience. So yeah, I hope that with whatever you're doing, with whatever you're working on, with whatever's important to you, that you find a lot of joy in that, you find a lot of fulfillment in that. And if there's any way that I can support, drop a comment and I'll see what I can do. As a new startup, obviously we are hungry for people to come in and support us financially. But I am a big believer in giving back when I can. So, if you support us now, I'd love to find ways to support you now, whether it's sharing what you're working on or supporting it in some way. That's what a community of entrepreneurs is all about, is finding ways to support one another. So hope that everything that you guys are working on is working out for you. And Um, I hope that this works out for us too. I am really excited about CoreCast, the direction that it's taking, and uh, yeah, where we think it's going to go. So thanks for being along for the ride.